Hey, and welcome to the Falcon, a footy podcast. I'm your host, Clarky.
I'm Cassie.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Jess.
This week, two of us are happy and two of us are sad. Guess which on the other side of the theme song? It's me. I'm sad.
Who's the other one?
The other Melbourne supporter, perhaps?
Yeah. I don't know if sad is the correct word to describe Jess's thoughts post-game for the Melbourne Giants game.
Indifferent. Infuriated.
And how are you, Chris? Happy?
Yeah, pretty good.
Happy your team won. Not happy you have to move house this year.
No, not happy about moving house, but happy that we ruined Scott Pendlebury's record-breaking game. He broke the record a second week in a row and we knocked him off.
Nice.
That was weird that Triple M did that.
That post that was like he's now played the greatest number ever, 434.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we said. Every game from now on is a record breaker.
Here's the thing. There's diminishing returns, right? Like there's diminishing returns and then there's massive returns. So they need to do this for like the next 5 weeks and it's still going to be funny. But it's going to be funnier in 5 weeks than it is going to be in 3 weeks.
Yeah, you got to commit to it.
I want like each week less and less players to be wearing gold numbers until it's just him holding on to the gold and they're all like, come on, Pendles.
Well, and then on his very last game, he gives up the gold when he retires.
Wow, that's poetic.
Yeah, right. Football is about stories. And this story is sad and monetized. But yeah, Chris is happy but tight. Cass, how are you feeling?
Oh, I'm nervous, you guys.
Nervous.
I'm so nervous. Sportsbet have us as premiership favourites, which I'm very nervous about. Don't go talking about us, guys. Don't.
Well, since you're not allowed to talk about it, the rest of us can talk about it. Okay. Guys, I think that Sydney and Fremantle are the two best teams in the AFL, and that's not a stretch. But I probably, with all due respect, Cass, wouldn't have picked Freo to be my like rock solid. Like I think that when you guys are playing your best football, you are unbeatable.
When it works, it works. They click those guys, and yeah, it's exciting to watch. It's just very nerve-wracking as well.
Jess, Chris, you guys feeling the same or?
I just don't trust Freo.
You and me both, mate. You and me both.
There's just they scream of a team that's gonna they scream of Adelaide last year. A team that's going to finish first and then go out in straight sets.
Which is what happens to me in fantasy every year as well. I finish top of the ladder and then out in straight sets.
Life imitating art. I don't know, I just can't trust them. I don't know who I saw get interviewed after the game. It might have been Jordan Clark, I can't remember. And he said something along the lines of, we just stick to our game plan. It's not pretty or fun. And it just reminded me of that Justin Longmuir. What flavor ice cream are we and things like that. Like they're drinking the Kool-Aid. They're drinking the boring Kool-Aid.
With not having fun.
I don't know.
No fun. Vanilla ice cream for breakfast. Oh, well, that's a bit fun. It's dessert. Vanilla ice cream for dessert.
I would argue that some of Freo's best football is played when they're having fun.
Yeah.
Am I crazy?
Like Luke Jackson kicking his goal and just going for a run. I don't know if you saw that. He did a Patrick Voss, kicked this goal on the run and then just took off. And they're all chasing after him, trying to celebrate with him. Yeah, I think that's fun. Just have some fun.
Well, I mean, they're having fun just knocking off every team in the competition. But
well, that's it. Yeah, I mean, let's get to the first bias game of the week where Freo knocked off reigning premiers Brisbane by 25 on their home turf.
They looked bad, right? Did we make them look bad, or were they?
I thought Freo made them look bad.
They looked bad. And I thought the scoreline actually flattered them because they kicked a few right at the end. It was very classic Freo.
Classic Freo.
Yeah. Where it's like you guys were just like, foot off the pedal. And Brisbane kicked a few at the end. And I thought it made the scoreline look a little bit better.
I'm just trying to be careful with my words because I know I've been very vocal about how I feel about Justin Longmuir and his coaching style. I think there's been positive changes to his coaching this year.
Positive changes.
I feel like the things that I was angry about last year he's listened to me. Maybe he listens to the pod. Thanks, JLo. Thanks for being a loyal listener. Leave a comment. Leave a comment on Spotify.
Yeah. Leave a comment.
I think things like letting Shea Bolton just do Shea Bolton. Run loose. Stop trying to box him in. Like, let him have some fun. He's doing that, and he and Murphy Reed are having fun. I think leaving this word that Sean Darcy might be fit. Hopefully he keeps him out because Luke Jackson is working at the moment. Luke Jackson is doing great. Mason Cox is supporting him, and that's perfect at the moment. So it's just, I don't know, hoping that what's working right now, he doesn't try and mess with it too much.
You guys look better when Luke Jackson is a sole ruckman.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing, like Mason Cox supports him. Mason Cox is not our second ruck, if you know what I mean. Like, we're not playing two rucks.
I don't know why you would play Sean Darcy when things are working.
It's interesting when the post went up about, the players being injured and when they were coming back, about Hayden Young, how many weeks, and Caleb Sarong, when it said Sean Darcy a test or something, all the comments were like, we don't need him. Respectfully, just sit out a little bit longer. Enjoy your holiday.
God, I'm looking at the run for the next few weeks for Freo because I wanted to see, because I'm kind of hopeful for Freo now. Like, I'm on board. I've gone on that if you can't beat them, join them kind of train. So I'm fully invested in the journey now, and I'm looking at all of your matchups for the next few weeks. And I genuinely don't think that you can lose to these teams. Like, there's not one that I'm like, until you play Sydney in
But we play them
July.
in Perth.
But in Perth, you've got so many games in Perth. And I'm like, I feel like that's becoming a bit of a fortress.
So we play North Melbourne next week, but we play them in WA. We play them in Bunbury. So there's no
It's just
no travel.
game that's been sold or
as a
bought
North
by
Melbourne game.
Yeah.
So we play North in Bunbury, then we play Geelong in Optus.
Yeah, I think you have a bye then, and then Geelong in Optus again. And then it's Sydney, I think, the week after that.
I'm not scared of Geelong. After the way we
No.
almost beat them in round one, like that was the last time, that was the only game we haven't won this year. We can beat them, especially at Optus. Yeah, Gold Coast at Optus, GWS, maybe. Maybe I'll drive to Canberra, check that one out.
Yeah, I mean, look, GWS are on fire a little bit now, so potentially, but even then, I don't know how it might be a good game to watch, but I don't think they're going to flatten you.
I don't know what to make of Brisbane from all this. Not to stop talking about Fremantle, but
no, it's good to talk about the other team that played.
I feel like they're really tired. Like, I don't know, something about it just
it's like they've hit a wall. I keep waiting for them to bounce back, I think, and I don't know if they will.
And it's giving like Bart Simpson, just like GWS sitting on the sidelines going, cool, we broke them.
So they don't have a bye till round 15?
Yeah, they're still 2 weeks away.
So they've got the Q Clash next week. Interesting.
Yeah, which, I don't know, like, Gold Coast have their own problems, but this Brisbane team, like, as I said at the top of this, I really feel like Fremantle had control of this game very early on and then didn't really relinquish that control until the fourth quarter, which dangerous decision to do, Freo. Ending in it being kind of sealed by a Josh Tracy kick sort of very late in that quarter. And, this probably goes for what we saw Melbourne do as well, not to talk specifically about my team, but you see all these teams that are getting absolutely dominated across a whole game, or it's the closest game in the world. And those are the only two types of football I've seen all year. And this is Brisbane just really letting Fremantle do whatever they wanted.
I think the big thing for Brisbane as well is their midfield is just not doing well at the moment. Neil has had an okay season. He had a shit one against Freo, but McCluggage is having a horrible year.
Since he came back from injury, he's not really reached back into his form, has he?
Yeah. Will Ashcroft, even though he's been getting the ball, as someone who owns him in Supercoach, he's been doing fuck all with it because he is not having a good season despite getting a fair bit of the ball. They've lost Zorko to injury.
Boo.
And then, yeah, I mean, we
Boo, Dane Zorko. Boo.
Yeah. I don't know if it's Draper. I don't know if bringing him in the ruck is what's causing issues,
Oscar
but their
Allen's out as
midfield,
well.
their midfield just isn't humming like it usually is. Dunkley's kind of playing his usual defensive role, but he's not really getting much of the ball. So I don't know what's wrong with him.
The kind of spark is Zach Bailey, and that's kind of it.
Yeah,
And they've confirmed that Kitty Coleman as well, long-term injury from this game.
not too sure what kind of injury it is.
Yeah, I only saw the news that he is confirmed, as one of our group chats says, confirmed dead with some kind of long-form injury, which is sad for him because he's only just come back, it feels like. But
Is that like they're back-to-back premiership winners? Do
so
you
don't feel too
make
sad for them. I get it, Chris. I see
Yeah.
what you're saying.
no? But do you make the connection that maybe the off-field stuff in the preseason maybe had a bit of an effect on him? Is that what it is?
Yeah. Lockie Neal cheated on his wife. And now,
I did not hear anything.
Breaking news.
and now, Brisbane is cursed. Jules.
Yeah.
This has got to be Jules.
Jules is cool. Jules is
Yeah.
cursed then.
Jess, what do you make of that?
Good.
Cool. Done.
Special comments from Jessica Clark. Thank you so much.
I
to you,
side
Jessica.
with Jules Neal in all of this. I actually have been waiting for the downfall of Brisbane ever since Zorko was mean to Petty, and I didn't even like Petty that much.
Which is great because you saw the rise of them right after they were.
Yeah, unfortunately. So it's been a long journey, but I've been here for the entirety of it, and I think, it is time for somebody else to have a turn at being good. So
We'll take that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, but it's like it's boring if it's constantly the same people dominating the league, and it's just not possible really long term. You just can't maintain that. So it's like, good, time for a change. Get down the bottom, have a little feel of what it's like to suck for a bit, and then no doubt they'll come back a bit stronger and hopefully not too strong. And it's time to see. I think some of the underdogs like Freo deserve a chance at this, and I'm more excited about like a Freo or even a Gold Coast or a GWS coming and being good and having a turn at that than another fucking Collingwood Premiership
Or a Bulldog. You missed
Sorry,
one.
Chris.
You missed one in there.
No, I don't think she did. I don't think she did. It was cute
I'd
to
be
see.
less sad about
it was-
Bulldogs.
I don't know if you guys saw that Nat Fyfe was in the rooms after the game.
They
and
tried
all
to get him into the
They
song.
tried to get him
Yeah,
into the song. He's far too humble for that. He would never.
he would have torn his calf.
Well, he wouldn't have made it because by the time he walked over there, they would have been done about 10 times over.
So quick.
Because Freo sing their song like they're listening to an audiobook on 2 times speed. Got to get
I
through
thought
my
you just meant that
backlog.
Nat Fyfe moves very slowly.
Yeah, it can be 2 things, Chris. It could be 2 things. Look, speaking of teams that are sucking for a bit, Melbourne lost to the Giants, who, after kicking 14 goals against Brisbane, have become so accurate that it hurts. And Melbourne really sort of turned into the Melbourne of old, with 16 behinds, losing by 49 points up in Alice Springs. We only watched part of this game, mostly because we have a toddler and life happens. But I was watching the box score, and it was kind of what I did see from my take was that we were woefully inaccurate with our skills, and we got punished by the defense. And then when you're kicking 16 behinds on top of that, Melbourne don't nearly look... We still look fun when it works, but we're not nearly as dangerous when it's not hitting. And I feel like this result is probably a little bit more accurate to what we expected from Melbourne at the start of the year. I think that we have potential, and we've certainly shown that, but this is probably, we were not lucky, but we played very well to get 7 wins, and that raised the bar. But realistically, this is a new system that's still being worked out, that has flaws that players need to work through, and you can only do that by just sort of nose to the grindstone. So this sucked, but, I think it was explainable, and I'm not, this is just a year where I don't think we can do baby with the bathwater kind of deal. Jess, what do you...
You know how I feel about us playing in Alice Springs. I said this last week, and I will say it again. We need to stop fucking playing in Alice Springs.
Stephen King said the same thing this week. He's like, maybe we just play every game at MCG. It doesn't work like
there's
that,
more
unfortunately.
ways for us to engage the Aboriginal community and get our fans there and all that stuff. I said this to Josh earlier. The main point of this football club is to be a contender for a Premiership flag every year. And if we're not taking that seriously, why? Like, we play terribly in Alice Springs. We're notorious for it. Every year, I write this game off, just like Gather Round when we always get smashed. We shouldn't have been smashed by Essendon.
specifically.
Like, it happens every year. Luckily, they rotate the people we play in Alice Springs, but it still doesn't change the outcome. Like, it's even worse, I think, because it's not the same team that keeps flogging us up there. We just always come back with our tails between our legs. And it's just, I don't know how we can change that. It's just
At this point,
wild.
is it a mental thing? Is it that they go,
It could be.
We can't win there. You know,
It honestly could be, because when you look at the scores, like, if we had converted more of those behinds into goals, we would have been well up there contending with them. So it's not like we didn't have the opportunity to do it. It was just really poor form. So, like, it's not even like we got so dominated that we couldn't move the ball and even have a shot, which is a whole different problem if that was the case. But 49 points really fucking hurts to lose by that. And seeing 16 behinds is just pathetic, knowing that we can do so much better than that.
Giants were like extremely accurate though. Not to take away from them at all. Like 19-5 is a great set of kicking. I knew the game was done when I flicked it on for a bit and I turned over and I watched Harry Petty get absolutely mogged by Max Krzyzewski.
Yeah. He was on fire.
I'm like, he's a second year forward and he's just absolutely killing it. But I think the real story for me was seeing Clayton Oliver having fun and spending time with the Melbourne players, and everyone was happy and smart. Like, that was really, really nice to see. And he had some pretty nice things to say about Melbourne as well in all of the interviews. And I hated seeing that the build-up of everyone wants this to be a grudge match, but then every single time Petrarca or Oliver come up with Melbourne, the reality sets in of just like no, everyone's kind of happy with the way things worked out and they're all still friends. And like Toby Bedford is on that team as well, and he absolutely loves catching up with all the guys. Like, stuff like that makes me really happy to see.
Yeah, that was really, like, watching all the little snippets of that, like them just having a bit of boy time, catching up and just kind of enjoying playing together again, even though they're on different teams. Like, that was really lovely to see. And I'm genuinely happy for Clayton Oliver. I think he's in a much better place. He's obviously struggled off the field a bit, and he's back to his best self. And that's great. Like, that's all you can want for him, whether it's playing for us or somewhere else. Like, it makes me really happy. I've got a real soft spot for him. And it was nice seeing him and Max Gawn. I think they're quite close, and them kind of giving each other a little cuddle and like messing about on the field. I'm like, that's really what all of this is about. Like, yeah, we're all here to win, but it's nice to do the wholesome stuff on the way as well.
I really like calling it a cuddle as well, because I feel like that really goes at the guys who are like, footy's for blokes.
Yeah.
Bring the breath back. Anyway, they're having a cuddle.
I think it's important to show that the players just want to play football somewhere.
Yeah.
They get a good game and they're in a positive mindset. Just let them go somewhere else if they want to. And they can still be friends with each other, even if they're on different teams.
Yeah.
Just let them go play where they want to play.
It did annoy me that it felt like, and like not massively, but it did feel like they were trying to kind of goad Oliver into taking a bit of a shot at Melbourne at times. Like, they interviewed him after the game, and it wasn't like super explicit, but it was like they were trying to lead him down that path, hoping that he would make a dumb decision and say something that would just be inflammatory. No, I don't like that. He's in a good space. He's having a good year. Just leave him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris, do you have anything nice to say about Melbourne?
No, not
as a
really.
neutral observer? You piece
Fuck
of
'em.
shit. You motherfucker. The only other thing I have to say about Melbourne is that our mid-season draftee, Joel Fitzgerald? Hang on, but I keep on getting it. It's messed up in my head now. Fitzgerald. I don't know why I want to call him Joel Fitzgibbons, and I have no idea where that came from or where it's going. 39 disposals and 2 goals in his first game against the Giants, where Casey got a nice win against the Giants. It was a really entertaining match to watch as well. So hey, it's not all bad. Play him next week and get rid of Harrison Penny.
Look, I feel like we should also say that we're really sad about Moniz Wakefield doing his other ACL.
Is it another ACL?
As well.
Yeah.
Another ACL confirmed today in his other knee.
Oh, I saw him coming off, and they were like, "Oh, geez, he's had a bad run with injury." And I was like, "Yeah, he looked really promising before he did his knee last time."
Yeah.
I didn't know it was another ACL. That's terrible.
Yeah, he did the
No, they
trifecta
confirmed
on
it
one leg,
today.
and now he's started on the other.
Yeah.
So sad for him. He's got such talent and he's just having the worst time. It's like the universe is really trying to push him away and say, "This is you can't be here. You're just gonna break something every single time."
And speaking of teams who shouldn't be here, hey, the Dogs got rid of Collingwood quite handily.
Which one shouldn't be here?
Take your pick. Whatever makes you sleep at night, Chris. Did I do it? Do it. Look, it's not my fun. The Bulldogs won by 4 points. This was a really entertaining game. Suck shit, Collingwood.
This was a really annoying game because multiple times we got out to like a 4-goal lead and you're like, "Oh yeah, here we go, we're in cruise control." And then Collingwood just within 2 minutes it was back to a goal and I was like, for fuck's sake. It happened like 3 or 4 times. It was, I mean, I keep talking about him. Riley Sanders had another good game. His disposal was a bit shit early, but he came good. Bont, just normal Bont game. Ed Richards had another big one. I think the thing that was really encouraging for Bulldogs fans was Will Lewis. He's been a decent little inclusion into our team. 3 goals, 2 in this game. He was huge. And then obviously the big moment was Michael Selwood doing the Leo Barry U-Star type of mark to save the game. Won the game, basically. And for Collingwood, I don't like to say good things about him, but Jordan De Goey was fucking insane. He was so good. He had like 19 score involvements. Is an equal top for this year amongst the competition. He was ridiculous, and I don't know why we didn't try and shut him down.
I have nothing good to say about Jordan De Goey, so I'm just happy to let
That's
that
fair.
one sit there.
Yeah, biting my tongue.
Yeah, it certainly is. Look, we've always known that he's talented, and he has these games where he kind of shows it, but then he'll disappear for weeks at a time,
or he'll get injured.
Yeah, and I don't know. Yeah, both of which. It's hard, Chris, because I don't want to sandbag you, but also he's a criminal. So, sorry, he's an alleged criminal.
He's an alleged criminal.
They dropped the charges legally, but yeah.
But not in our hearts.
Not in our hearts. I was really happy to see Ed Richards kind of take control a bit in this one. That was really, we spoke about it last week where he seems a bit beat up, maybe, and I can't remember if we spoke about it on this show or the footy mailbag, actually. But he seemed like he just kind of needed a few confidence games, and it seems like you've got a really good group brewing there with, you've got Riley Sanders kind of rise and being a bit of a distributor, and you've got Ed Richards playing some of his best, and you've got Bont, who apparently, knee or no knee, is still just prolific, and credit to Collingwood for staying in it.
Can't wait to add Butters to that group.
Do you reckon he'll get him?
Yeah.
Do you reckon there's a lock?
It's a lock. I'm going to say...
He's not going to provide us with any facts. He's just in my heart.
I'm going to say we'll revisit this. We'll revisit this in 6 months.
Add it to Chris's predictions.
Yeah, the oracle.
I'm going to say something outlandish.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. What? Sure. Gasp.
Get the bleeper ready.
I'm not going to say something racist.
We'll see if it's cut or not.
Outside of Marcus Bontempelli, on current form, Rory Lobb might be our most important player.
You hate Rory Lobb.
I haven't hated him for the last 18 months. Remember, I tried to fight for him to be in the All-Australian team last year.
Oh, yeah, no, that's right. Sorry, you flip-flop on Rory Lobb.
He, 8 tackles this week as a big man, 10 tackles last week. He played in the ruck, he played in the forward line, he played in the back line, he played everywhere, and he did a job. His accuracy wasn't great, he kicked 2 behinds. But apart from that, he has said that he will just do whatever the team needs for him to do. He'll do whatever Bevo asks him to do. And that's exactly what he's doing at the moment.
That's exactly what Bevo wants.
He's basically just I'm just happy to be here.
Because Bevo loves playing players out of positions, and Lobb's I'll play wherever.
We've had all the issues with English. It was nice to have English back this week, but Lobb did an absolute... this rhyme was not intended. Lobb did an absolute job on Max Corn last week.
Whoa.
Well done. Well done.
Steady on. Okay, bleep that
Oh,
out,
yeah,
please.
He
bleep
did.
out the Lobb-Jobb, please.
Reese Lobb-Jobb. Oh no.
That's the title of the episode.
I was about
the
to say, I'm just
Lobb-Jobb.
writing that down for the episode title, Lobb-Jobb. But job is
just
spelled with
saying,
two
on-
B's.
On current form, he's incredibly important to our structure and to our team, and he's doing it everywhere.
Wasn't he dropped at some point? When
That was
he making
2 years ago.
TikToks?
That was 2 years ago.
2 years. Has it been that
Yeah.
long?
No, he
Yeah,
was
and then
injured early,
well,
like
no,
recently.
he got dropped, and then he was injured recently because he did his hammy. He got dropped, and then all of a sudden became a defender, and was a very good defender out of nowhere.
Yeah,
Should it-
you lost someone who was, I'm trying to remember because he was important. So Liam Jones?
Yeah, Liam Jones.
He
We had
replaced Liam Jones.
we had Liam Jones and Alex Keith were our two key defenders.
Yeah.
And then Lobb jumped in after Jones got injured, and then Jones never came back to the team. Oh, actually, they played together for a little while.
Yeah.
But yeah, should have been All-Australian last year. Just putting it out there.
I think I just get distracted by his hair every time. Like, I talk about this a lot, but it's bad to bleach your hair that much.
I don't think his is bleached anymore. I think it's just brown, but shaved. Yeah.
Okay, well, good. He's looking after his scalp. That's important.
You had
He's
Luke
just-
What else
Ryan
can you
bleaching
do?
his hair for how long?
Luke Ryan.
Yeah.
No, he stopped also. Yeah, he stopped as well.
Bad
It's-
for the brain.
Fries it. It really
Yeah.
does.
Is that our new thing, Bleach Watch? We've got Ginnivan was a serial bleacher for a while. Rory Lobb.
Nate Caddy, does he bleach his hair?
Oh, maybe.
Guelphy's stopped
Put him
now
on the
as well.
list.
Guelph
Put him on the
is
list.
the other one that I think about.
You think about him often?
Yeah, but I
Just in passing.
yeah. I mean, he's no Lobb-Jobb, but you know,
Clarky sits at home and just goes, I wonder what Matt Guelphy's doing.
I hope he's having a nice
how's
day.
his hair?
Yeah. I think it's crazy that Nick Dacos is the top of the coaches' votes because I do not think he's having that good of a year. I actually agree, Chris. I think he's peaked.
Hey,
Yeah.
there we go. It's annoying because like looking at like he's highly rated for this game. I didn't actually think he had that good of a game. He just did the typical Nick Dacos thing and got a lot of the ball. He got 37 touches. And I've said this before, and I'll say it many more times. One of my most hated things about the AFL is that we judge a player's performance on how many times they touched the ball and not the quality of those touches. It's the Jason Johannesson rule from the 2016 Grand Final. He won the Norm Smith for having 39 touches. He did fucking nothing with any of them, but he touched the ball 39 times. It's the same thing, and this is exactly what Tom Mitchell used to do as well. He just used to rack up touches but not actually do much with them.
But I feel like Dacos is racking up those touches because he's everywhere. Like, he's in there and everywhere.
Well, he
Because
always...
in Freo, like, Luke Ryan gets a lot of junk touches because he's in the back line going back and forth as they do the switch. That's junk. That's rubbish. But I feel like Nick Dacos is everywhere.
He is everywhere, but I don't think that many of his touches were actually damaging in this game.
Right.
And it's the same thing. He did the same thing to us last year. I remember I was at the game, and for some reason we never send anyone to him. He just runs around and does whatever he wants. And they just go to him for everything. He's their main ball user. It's like a Harry Sheasel. It's like a Nick Blakey for Sydney. That's their main ball user, so they try and get the ball in their hands as much as they can.
You're going to hate this, Chris.
Mhm.
But I think the same rule applies to any high-profile player. And the example I was going to use is Marcus Bontempelli, which is because when you watch or listen to football, you hear a Nick Dacos called quite like, yes, they do. Like, yes, they accumulate possessions, but you hear the name so frequently and your eyes and thoughts are kind of drawn to them. So you notice them a lot more, which I think is kind of one of the most annoying things about it, where, like you said, we value the number of possessions over the quality of them. And I'm not saying like a guy who gets 5 touches but, kicks like 2 goals deserves more coaches' votes or anything like that. But it's definitely, there is a slight bias in the household names across all teams.
There is. The argument I would make in this is that
I don't want Marcus Bontempelli compared to Nick Dacos.
No,
I like Bont.
Keep
No,
his
not-
name out your
I'm
mouth.
not even bringing up Bont at all. I don't think that 37 Nick Dacos touches are anywhere near as damaging as 37 Gary Ablett Jr. touches.
How many Nick Dacos touches do a Bont touch? What exchange
Well,
rate are you giving me?
you look at this game on the weekend. Bont only had 22 touches, and he was
Okay.
one of the highest rated
Pathetic.
players on the ground.
Yeah.
That is pathetic,
So what's
though.
that
So,
number there? What are we
he
talking,
had-
like 3 to 1?
We had 15 less touches than Dacos.
I can't do maths, Chris. I have a degree in journalism. You
You're
think I
the
can
one who
do
asked.
maths, brother? How many Andy Brayshaw touches do a Dacos touch, Cass?
I don't understand ratios.
It's economics, Cass.
Sorry,
You
I
make
have
it up.
Pardon?
I have an arts degree. Uh,
Arts degrees are the sister degrees to communication degrees.
it's a
don't-
communications degree.
I don't have a degree, so
Okay, so you do the maths for us then.
They can tell because you've never seen The Matrix. not studied a single film in your life, Chris. Meanwhile, Jess sits there with her environmental science degree.
Oh, don't bring me into this.
Yeah.
Steady on.
Catch a drive-by for being educated. But yeah, good win, Chris. I was happy to see the Dogs get a line on this one because stuff the pies. I hope they're broken in time for King's birthday.
Oh, that's next week. Big freeze next week.
It is the big freeze this week.
This week.
This round. This
This
round's
next-
coming.
Round
I
coming.
saw that
Oh, yeah, it is.
there's apparently Melbourne are trying to push for the week after. Is it against Essendon the week after?
Sure.
I think it is. They're pushing for a Neils game
Mm.
because it's Melbourne Essendon. It's a week after the big freeze.
Oh.
Yeah.
They, yeah, it is. We're playing at the MCG on Saturday, June 13th.
Stephen King
Yeah.
will be happy about that.
Good. Good.
Maybe we'll go to that one. 1:15 at the MCG on the Saturday against
Oh.
Essendon. I can't wait to watch us lose to them again in person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love a Neil Danaher game. I think it's really great this week as well that all 7 games had Neil Danaher appreciation moments at the start of them. We spoke about it last week, so I won't add on another big long speech, but it's just so nice hearing how important and respected he was among all AFL and sports communities and just all communities in general. The world's a sadder place without you, Neil, but thank you for everything.
Well, actually, that's just reminded me that Mason Cox was really upset when they did the pre-game stuff for the Freo thing, which warmed my heart a little bit because I thought I kind of hated him a little bit because he annoyed me, but seeing him
That took a
calmly,
real
I was
turn
like,
there.
I thought he was annoying.
I thought he was annoying. And then I was like, oh, actually, but like at first I was like, why is he crying so much? And I was like, oh, because he used to play for Collingwood. Got it. And then, like, I don't know. I didn't expect to see him be so emotional about it openly, I think. I was expecting the stoicism to come through. So it was kind of nice to see him be a bit human and be as upset as the rest of us.
By all accounts, he's quite empathetic, Mason Cox, I think. Like his track
So he's
record
come
is-
around. I think I found him quite annoying for a while, and now I'm starting to like him again. I think being in Perth has chilled him out a bit, and now he's less annoying.
Getting dropped by Collingwood was humbling. Says
But he
Mason
makes a
Cox.
good carrot cake, apparently, doesn't he? Abby Holmes likes his carrot cake. He makes that for her when he has a match where she's commentating, which is
And-
kind of cute too.
That is not a reference I was expecting.
No, he
makes
does.
a
I
good
think there's a
carrot cake.
video on his socials of him making it and
Yeah.
then delivering it to her.
He's taking
Yeah,
over.
like on the field.
He's taking over the Petrarca brand.
Yeah,
Yeah, watch out.
he'll be at Gold Coast in no time.
No. He's fine where he is. Thank you so much.
It's fine, but please don't take him. All we've
Don't mess
got,
up.
all we've got
Don't
is
mess
short
up what's
Darcy.
working. Don't mess up what is
Yeah.
working.
So we should talk about Carlton because Carlton won by 4 points to Geelong, and this is their third win in a row since
Yeah.
sacking Michael Voss. And by God, does this prove that the Carlton playing group hated Michael Voss? Because they looked so good. Like, I don't know just quite the words to describe how different of a team this looks. Like, I know there's been some personnel changes and some of the sort of strategy on field, but Geelong were leading this game by quite a lot at certain points, and then after half-time, Carlton dominated.
I think one of the big things which we were all expecting would happen when Voss left is that Jagger Smith is actually being played on the ball now instead of being thrown into the forward line. Like, he had 27 touches on the weekend. We all saw what he did in the preseason then in the first couple of games, and then Voss, for some reason, just started playing him majority forward. It made no sense. So play your players where they are good.
Yeah,
And it
Bevo.
worked. Hey. Rory Lobb is a swingman.
He does the job.
Does the Lobb-Jobb. Yes, correct. We've covered that. But yeah, I thought this was a really, really fascinating game to watch as a neutral. Obviously, it was also Carlton Respects round to draw attention to domestic violence and violence against women in general. Please make sure you head over. Is it Carlton Respects? Is there a charity that deals with it? And if you feel like making a donation, please do so. Or if not, just support the cause by calling out poor behavior. Don't let people be fuckheads and get away with it. Because there's no reason to. So yeah, I think this is a good win in an important game for them. And I low-key love the orange and navy jumpers.
A friend of mine messaged the footy thread and was like, GWS is really giving it to Geelong tonight.
I know ball, says random person. This was really punctuated as well by Patrick Cripps kicking the winning goal.
Mm-hmm.
Like standing up and taking a pack mark at the very end of the game to put them ahead. It was just really powerful. And I don't know this is now Geelong have dropped 2 games that were probably, you'd say, winnable. And is there something deeper going on? Are Geelong bad now, guys?
I said this in one of the group chats we're in, Clarky. I don't know why no one is talking about how bad Patrick Dangerfield is playing this year and that he should have retired 12 months ago.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm surprised that this isn't a narrative that the AFL media isn't pushing, because he's been horrible for most of this year. He looks so slow and just completely off it. And it screams of that. Like, I like Dangerfield, but it does scream of that he kind of wanted the team to carry him to one more flag by going on and continuing. But yeah, he came across in this game as a bit of a liability.
You're right. He should have retired when they won that premiership.
Yeah.
And he's far outstayed his welcome.
There was a bit of controversy in this one as well, where early on in the first quarter, I want to say, a ball was kicked into Geelong's forward line. It didn't go through, and Ollie Dempsey went to put a foot on it and put it through the goals. It was called touch by, I would
Dave
say,
Roden.
popular goal umpire Dave Roden. Mr. Smiley himself called it touched, and it was reviewed after the game and found to have been a goal.
So I was like, why didn't they review it at the time? Oh, because they review every goal, but they don't necessarily review every behind.
Yep. It's only if the goal umpire calls for it to be reviewed.
Right. Yes.
Yes, and David Roden did not call for a review, even though he fell over and was facing the wrong. I love David Roden, but
it's a funny one to watch
because looking in the opposite, wasn't even looking at the ball and just went, "Nah, it was touched."
Because you can see, because yes, it was touched. Ollie Dempsey did touch it with his hand, but he knocked the ball down to his shin and then kicked it in.
Which was very clever, actually. When you watch the slow-mo replay, I'm like, that's fucking genius. This guy's a marvel. I would have never thought to do that. I would have been panicking and just whatever gets it through, but it felt really deliberate, the way that, when you watch it and he slaps it down.
It's funny
because
because
he was trying to kick a goal.
Yeah. Jai Amos had a similar goal where he kind of threw his leg in the air and kicked the ball over the line like that, and he didn't think it was a goal. Everyone was celebrating. He was kind of going, yeah, I'll celebrate, but let's wait and see. And then the goal umpire had called it a goal, so we kind of went, oh, okay. Whereas this one, yeah, I'm sure it was a goal. And to lose a game by 4 points and have something like that in the air, that's bad.
Well, Chris Scott did thankfully say, I'm not going to spend too much time of it because it was one call in a game that was lost over the next, It was a game that was lost over the next 3 quarters. That one goal wouldn't have really necessarily made the difference because it happened so early in the game. So I'll give him credit where credit is due for not cracking the sads about it.
I think it was like in the opening minute, basically, though.
Yeah, it was very, very early on. I'm like looking at the replay, it was 0-1. So it was, in the opening minute. Like, you can't really hang your hat and go, oh, well, this changed the entire game.
Yeah.
Not really. It was just a bad call that happened in the game. And this is something that I don't know how much longer I can stand listening to commentators talk about I thought we had ARC to review that, when they also spend every 5 minutes whinging about any calls being reviewed because they think it's obvious. When they're not on the field, they're not down at ground level, they're sitting in their little boxes, and in some cases, they're sitting 2 fucking states away, deciding whether or not an umpire has made a correct decision. Particularly bad for it is Richo.
Yeah.
Richo's one of the worst for it, and every time he opens his mouth, I wish I could strangle him. Because he just does not shut the fuck up when he that should have been blah, 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 blah. And like, shut up. Commentate the game. Focus on the football. Like, I understand the frustration with getting a call wrong in hindsight, and the AFL have come out and gone like, oh yeah, like we probably should have reviewed it or whatever. But it doesn't mean anything. We've spoken about this on the Falcon before, and maybe we can circle around to get everyone's takes on it again. But I think we just need to let it happen. I don't think the AFL needs to come out and say anything. I think we need to accept that if you want umpires to back themselves, if David Rodon decided that he didn't want to call it or call for a review, that's on him. And we just go, hey, he buffed it, dude. He beefed it. Okay, that's the imperfect nature of AFL football, and it's kind of part of the reason why we love this janky, stupid sport.
It is janky and stupid, isn't it?
It's the best. I love it. Like, all things considered, as a neutral supporter, this game was still awesome.
Yeah, it was really good Friday night football as well. Like, it was the perfect kind of energetic, just up and about. And I think after Carlton being so crap for so long, I'm like low-key on their side of going like, go on, knock Geelong off. Go on, get it up and stick it. Go on.
Jess loves an underdog is what I'm getting.
I do, but I really, the stuff of like Cripps taking that mark at the end and fucking sticking it to Geelong, I feel like they just have this air of arrogance about them because they feel like they're just in control all the time. So really knocking them off, as much as I love Bailey Smith because I don't want bad things to happen to him. But the rest of them, it was perfect. It was like poetry watching it happen. It was beautiful. It was so good. And just, this perfect Friday night game, nothing to contend with it, no double up or anything, just everybody having their eyes on Carlton pantsing Geelong in the last minute. And it was great. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
But actually, did you see what Bailey Smith in the before the game when he was it Danger? He said get it to Danger, and he'd written it on his boot. They were talking about
Patrick Dangerfield wrote "kick it to Danger" and then signed his boot.
And they were talking about it anyway. It was like a funny little cute in the beginning. I think just because it's Bailey Smith. I think if it was anyone else, I'd be like,
I think out of all of this, one of the biggest takeaways is that Carlton have always had the list. They had the wrong coach. And it's very funny that Josh Fraser is very clear about not wanting the job.
Yeah.
This is the guy who's now won 3 straight matches when you thought the Carlton season was over. And he's like, nah, I still don't want the job.
Yeah, no. I can't do this full time.
So, speaking of coaches, some big news from the week that, hey, listeners, you're probably thinking, did they put this so far in so I'd have to wait to hear what the guys thought about Brad Scott being killed? Well, yeah, we did. But also, it just makes sense to talk about the Eagles knocking off Essendon and Brad Scott being knocked off his throne as Essendon coach during the week, literally hours after we finished recording.
Like, we should. I'm really nervous to wake up tomorrow morning and see what's happened.
Well, you can't be fired twice.
Who's next?
This is
Coach Watch. Is it Alistair Clarkson?
I don't know what this felt like they had the news ready to go and then the news broke about Neil Danaher.
Right, maybe.
So
They've said
No,
that.
they said that. They said that.
Yeah, they said that
they confirmed it.
the news came out about Neil basically while the board was meeting and making a decision that they were going to get rid of Brad.
Interesting.
And
yeah,
then
and I think they said it started to leak the
Yeah.
next day, so then they had to rush everybody in and like tell the players and all of that stuff because somebody got hold of it, obviously.
But I think they also said that I can't remember who, but I think it might have been Andrew Welsh, called Neil Danaher's family to basically like clear anything up and also offer their condolences and to say we didn't want to do it this way. It just was pure coincidence.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they probably didn't plan for Neil's death while they were making a board decision that was unrelated to Neil Danaher in any way, shape, or form. But yeah, it's nice of them to do that. But post this, right? This has been a long time coming, and it felt like the first thing that happened was after the news came out, like in the days following. Sorry, Murray has joined the chat.
Sorry, I had to mute my microphone because he was smacking his lips.
Yeah.
So sorry.
I heard it and my heart was just like, oh yes, please. He went on essentially a tour of going, this wasn't my fault.
It was fantastic. I don't think we've ever seen a coach do this. Like,
Yeah.
he immediately just broke any sort of NDAs that he signed and was like, they were like, what about Zach Merritt wanting out? And he's like, yeah, he wanted out. He should have gone. We shouldn't have kept him.
I wanted to get rid of him.
Yeah.
So
It was fucking hilarious.
I have chosen some of the quotes from that specific comment where he said about Merritt wanting to be traded. He said, I didn't think he was being selfish. He had been promised things over and over and he was at his wit's end. He couldn't invest in the team anymore. My view was that we should let him go. Crazy. And then he was also one of the people who said that he disagreed with making Harley Reid an offer for Essendon. In his, I haven't got a quote for it, but essentially he said, why would we invest in one player when we could invest in multiple players? Because Harley Reid wouldn't have fixed Essendon.
Yeah.
Which
I think
weirdly grounded thing to say.
I think he also confirmed that they have like $3 million in salary cap space as well, which seemed like an odd thing for a coach to just be like, yeah, we have $3 million in salary cap space. And everyone was like, oh, okay, fair enough.
He really came
It
out
feels
and like
like-
gave away the magician's
Yeah.
secrets.
It feels like the equivalent of when someone from HR quits and leaves everyone's salary on the printer.
Is that something that's happened, Jess?
Spoken like a true HR professional.
He's speaking from experience.
Can neither confirm nor deny.
No comment.
You have
comment.
just changed jobs recently, haven't you?
Well, so going into this week, I think a lot of people assumed that, I suppose, maybe riding the high of seeing Carlton flourish with their list and their players after Voss leaving, thinking, maybe Brad Scott was the problem and maybe Essendon can get things back on track. No. Absolutely routed by West Coast to the point of, did they kick a goal in the first quarter? I'm not sure that they did.
Don't know if they did. I know that it was a very weird first quarter to watch because West Coast were just dominating them.
They did,
they
did not kick.
Yeah, one behind.
One behind in the first quarter.
West Coast were dominating, but they just could not find an avenue to goal. Or when they did, they kicked it behind. Like, they kicked 2-5 in the first quarter. But I reckon for the first 10, maybe more minutes, it didn't go into Essendon's forward half. It was just Essendon's defenders would get the ball, kick it back outside the 50, and then it would end up back with West Coast again. Like,
Which way was the wind going? Was that part of it?
Not too sure. That
Yeah, it
might
was
have
really
played a
windy.
part. Yeah,
It
might
was
have played a
fucked
part.
windy. I watched a video of some dude wrestling like a sign on
Saw that,
the
yeah.
pitch. Oh my god! I was like, shit.
My mum had to fly back to Perth in that wind. Her
Well, she
plane
didn't need
did.
any engines, obviously.
Her plane did one, like, she's like, I could looked out the window, I could see the runway approaching, and then suddenly we were in the air again and had to do a loop around.
Oh no!
I think it was the same for Freo flying back from Brisbane, actually. The team, they had to do a couple of laps before landing. No,
Yeah, really
thank
terrible
you.
storms in WA. So I hope, hey, listeners, if you're in WA, I hope you're okay. It's
Yeah,
really
Grace,
southern
you're
WA.
good? Can you just?
Oh, hey, play the sound about my homework.
Oh, hang on. Cass, did you do your homework? Did Cass do her homework?
I want to do some investigative research. Oh, Maybe I'll set myself a task for next week. I did some homework
You
because
did some homework.
my mum, being the teacher, she wanted to make sure that we did it. So for those who may not have, if you didn't listen last week, we went through the mascots that we thought we could avoid for 24 hours. And
Yes.
you guys asked for me to ask my mum who she would pick out of the mascots to,
Yes.
if you were being chased by one, who would you avoid for 24 hours? So my mum was sitting at my house. She came over because it was my son's first birthday this week. And she was sitting there looking at her phone. And I was like, what are you doing? And then she looked up at me and shook her head. And she was like, I don't want to play this game. She didn't like any of them.
Not even Siggy?
And then like the next day she was like, you know what? Let's say Johnny the dog. I would run from him for a bit and then I would let him catch me. So I guess I was like, well, I guess that answers the other question that I wasn't going to ask you,
Yeah.
which Jess said. Ask her about the pedestrian article that we refer to. Which one is the most
Yeah.
readable?
Yeah, which one would you let give you a Lobb-Jobb?
So I guess Johnny the dog for both of those answers.
Yeah. I'd let Siggy.
You'd let Siggy catch you.
Yeah. I think I could take him.
You could take him or he could take you.
no.
I don't know. We'll find out, Chris, that big long neck fuck.
And then we looked through, well, when I told her about the second question, then she looked through that list and we got to the Giants guy. She was like, wow, look at him. Yeah.
He's got big hair.
Those big feet.
She's going to topple over.
Hey, listeners at home, ask your parents which mascot would they fuck?
And then put a comment in the thread,
Yeah.
please,
Chuck
on
a comment.
Spotify.
Comment on Instagram, comment on X at Falcon Footy Pod. Put it in the Spotify comments. Yeah, hey, look, the Weagles got a win at home, and Brad Scott cleared of all charges because Essendon looked bad.
Do you think it was the stealth kit? The Weagles were wearing the stealth kit, weren't they?
No,
It
they were
looked really
wearing.
black.
It's a reference to the state Guernseys. Is that-
I wondered why they were wearing it. I do like that Essendon are so bad that they couldn't even harness the caretaker curse. Like almost every time that a caretaker coach takes over that first game, they get a bounce back win, and Essendon is so bad that they're like, no.
I was reading an article today about Dean Solomon has been caretaker a few times. And I think every time he's been caretaker, that his team has lost.
Oh, always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Maybe they should try someone else's caretaker.
Maybe.
I think the funniest thing about this was that when Michael Voss was sacked, I knew who Josh Fraser was, and I remembered that, and it retained in my brain. Could not have told you who Essendon's caretaker coach was.
No, it wasn't until I read it earlier that I was like, oh, good on you, Dean Solomon. That's nice.
I do like that the whole, like, the push for herd. Like Kevin Sheedy said this, and I think a few other Essendon people said it, is that Essendon have lost their identity and they need someone who loves Essendon and is an Essendon person, can come back and bring back that identity. Dean Solomon played for fucking Essendon. He's only coached at Essendon and he's the exact same as James Hurd and he still can't fucking win.
And he doesn't have a controversy in his back.
Exactly.
I saw a tweet that was like, yeah, Essendon should get Hurdy, and then in 4 to 5 years' time, when they drop him, they can get Brad Scott, give him another go.
I don't know how I feel about all this push for James Hurd. It doesn't feel like it. Like, it almost feels like they're trying to convince themselves that it's the right decision when it's not. And him coming out and specifically going, oh, well, if I'm the right fit and they want me and all that, like, does it feel like they've already kind of made their decision and they're just trying to warm, when like you're trying to ease your partner into just thinking like, hey, look, that glass is pretty fragile. You got to be careful when we put it away. Oh, someone's broken the glass. I don't know who, but remember how I said like a week ago that it was really fragile and we should be careful with it? Someone wasn't careful with it. I don't know.
Wait, are you speaking from experience? Is this
Yes.
something that's just happened?
This feels very directed.
Well, anyway,
Yeah.
don't open the cupboard, Jess.
Got it.
That's why I remember. I will get you a drink if you want a drink. You don't have to. You don't have to do anything, my queen. I love you.
What's this got to do with James Hurd? No, I'm
Yeah.
confused.
Yeah, I don't
This
know.
is
Say the
James
word,
Hurd.
Ted.
This is
Is he
James
really
Hurd
clumsy?
talking to the
My
Essendon
point
board.
being-
You don't have to do anything, my queen. I love you.
My point being is that it feels quite deterministic, like they're trying to ease the idea into the public zeitgeist before just announcing it.
It's like when they leak who the potential grand final entertainment's going to be, and then it's like, oh yeah, that actually is them. We just wanted to see if you liked it or not.
Yeah.
It's the whole herd. I don't understand the romance with it. It's weird. He was in charge when throughout the biggest sporting scandal in AFL history. Like, I don't get wanting to bring him back. It makes no sense. And like, yeah, this whole him publicly coming out, like, they're basically, as others have said, it's basically just ruled out a bunch of other potential coaches because they're all just going to go, well, I'm not going to go for that one now. Like, why would I go for that?
Yeah. Yeah.
And as I can't remember who it was, I want to say Damien Barrett, and I don't like anything that Damien Barrett says, but he made a good point. He said, will he be applying for the Carlton job?
If
And
he
they
wants
said
to be a head coach.
Yeah, they said no. And they said, okay, so do you actually really want to coach, or do you only just really want to coach Essendon? Because he hasn't coached in 10 years. Like,
Is he an assistant at the moment, or was that?
no. He's a director of coaching for I don't know if it's a school level team. I'm not too sure.
That's the guy you want.
He was, for a little bit, he was a part-time assistant at GWS a few years ago, but it was only for a few months.
Okay, is that what I'm remembering?
Yeah.
This is like when you apply for a job on Seek, but actually they're just putting it on Seek because they have to, but actually they're going to do an internal hire and they're not even going to interview people.
Just remember, we here at the Falcon say, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Let 1,000 nepotisms bloom. Time for now for the fifth quarter, and what I have devised here, you crazy, crazy kids, is a Wikipedia race. Now, for those of you who are uninitiated, this involves going to the Wikipedia website, and you are given a destination, and your job is to hit random page, and then make your way to that destination page in the fewest moves possible.
Are we all
Yeah,
given
sound
different starting pages, or
We were all given different starting pages. I didn't know whether it was best to... do you guys want to do it one at a time, or should I just let you all go and see who gets to their
I
destination?
don't know what I'm doing.
Sorry.
Oh, Chris,
Essentially, Chris.
just leave it. Don't tell
Great,
him.
works for me.
Just tell him to go to
The
Wikipedia.
idea,
We'll
Chris,
have
is
fun.
you go to Wikipedia, you hit random page, and then you use the links that are in that article to make your way towards the destination.
How do
So,
I find
say-
random page?
he will tell
On
you
the
where to start.
Oh,
the Wikipedia.
okay.
And then you'll scroll down and find one of those blue underlined word, a hyperlinked word, which will lead you to another page. And then in that article, you'll do a similar thing until you end up at the destination page that Clarkey has given you.
So the idea
making
is that
sense?
you don't...
Not really, but
So,
How about we all do it at different times? Then Chris can go last.
yeah, cool.
Did you know there's an app? A Wikipedia app?
I didn't know
don't
that.
confuse me more.
Oh, sorry, Chris. I'm just downloading it now.
So,
Do you know how to do that, Grandpa? Do you want a hand?
No, I don't.
right. Okay.
Watch Chris win this. Watch Chris
Watch Chris.
absolutely
See,
smack
Clark,
us.
you thought you were onto like a really straightforward idea, but you forgot that I'm part of the podcast.
We
Yeah.
did talk about this off mic at the start. I said, oh, we're playing the Wikipedia game. And Chris said, what's that? And Clarkey said, I'll explain it on mic. And you won't understand the rules anyway. Which is
Oh, dear.
exactly what's happening right now.
You can
Yeah.
go to the Wikipedia page for Texas Tommy, parentheses, dance. So,
Okay, I'm there.
the idea, Chris, is that only using the blue links in this page,
Mm.
you need to make it to your destination page. But you can only use the links to jump between pages.
Okay.
Are you following?
Yeah.
So we're going to do it race style. You all have different destinations. I'm going to tell you that, and then we'll do a start. And just, hey, it's an audio medium, so if you guys can narrate us through what you're doing occasionally, that would be good. Christopher, your destination that you're trying to reach is Marcus Bontempelli.
Okay.
You want to
From
get to the
Texas
page
Tommy. Okay.
from Texas, Tommy. Cass, you are going for Andrew Brayshaw.
Interesting. Okay.
Jess, you are going for Max Gorn.
Oh, my
You see the
God.
theme here?
Yeah.
It's football themed.
Football themed.
Am I meant to be taking note of how many steps I'm?
Nah, that's fine. Whoever gets there first can win.
Okay, so it doesn't matter about the steps.
No, you know what?
Oh
This
my
is
God.
already too hard because I've had to explain.
Have we already
different music.
started, or
We're going to start in 3, 2, 1,
Oh my
go.
God.
All
The
right.
fun thing about this is that Texas Tommy is absolutely nonsense. And I don't even know if he would even get to Australia. Maybe I'm going to play from
Oh my
home.
God.
How are you guys going? Daddy's in the region.
How did you get to the region? I'm at a
part of
bachelor's
dance.
degree.
Oh dear.
How do I get to sport?
See, the trick here is to find your way to the country and then to find your way to, let's see, sport in Australia.
Oh
How are
my
you
God.
there already?
I feel like I went to something that had a country, it would have gotten me to a country, but it's ended up just being about fucking America.
Yeah, I'm in America.
This is excellent. You guys
Americas,
can do
Argentina,
hey,
Brazil, Canada.
Listeners, you can do this at home as well.
I feel like I want to go back to my back.
Oh, here
I
we
need
go.
to go back.
Right, I'm
I
in
need
the
to go
country.
back.
That's it.
Oh,
I'm already at-
see, Chris is going to win this.
Yeah, I've made my way to the Melbourne Football Club and I'm at Max Corn.
Whoa.
How on earth have you done that? I'm on a list of countries with dances,
I'm back in South.
and
I'm in San
Australia
Francisco.
does not have one.
I'm in San Francisco, baby. Playing list, current squad. There he is, Marcus Bontempelli. Nailed it.
Okay, this sucks.
Wait, how did you get countries? Who did you go to? I went to San
Well,
Francisco.
I'll reveal my
Okay,
works
okay,
at the
okay.
end, but
Whoa.
you guys are racing against Chris at this point.
No, I don't.
I always I remember playing the Wikipedia race in high school and I was always notoriously terrible at it. But now there's way more crap on Wikipedia than there used to be. So I imagine it's even harder. Chris, how are you doing?
I'm getting close.
Talk me through some of your highlights, Chris.
Hang on, I'm very close.
Really close.
You can't distract him.
I can't distract him. That's my job.
All right, the British
Alright.
Crown.
The British crowd. Cass is getting closer. Jess, where are you at?
I'm in the United Nations.
Bang, Marcus Bontempelli.
Hey,
Ooh.
Chris
Fuck
takes
you,
first
Chris.
place. Jess has somehow gone to the United Nations, so it's between Jess and Cass for second
Oh
place.
Oh my
God.
God.
Do you want to know how I got there?
Go on.
Yeah, Chris, take us through some of your
So,
workings.
From Texas Tommy, I clicked on San Francisco.
Oh, that's what I did.
I then went to gay rights,
Oh.
Yep.
which then led
And
me
found
to
my
Australia.
Bontempelli?
That led me to Australia, which then
Okay.
led me to the sport and recreation, then the AFL, then a list of teams, then the Western Bulldogs, and Marcus Bontempelli.
Yeah, well done. Well done.
I did
Chris.
it in
Good
like
work.
7 steps.
Wow. I've done 7 already, and I'm still in the English Parliament.
Jess, how are you going to the United Nations?
I'm not. I'm on mainland Australia.
Okay, Jess is getting close. My working, Chris, because I'm the true winner of all of this, is what I'm taking away. In Texas, Tommy, there's a link to the Pacific Coast. And if you go to the Pacific Coast,
I was
there is
almost
a
going to go to
section-
that.
There's a section for Oceania, which is Australia's Pacific Coast.
Okay.
Australia, and then sport in Australia, and then AFL, and then Bob's your uncle.
Yeah. No, actually, I do have an Uncle Robert, so Bob is my uncle.
I
but
did
I'm
have an
not-
Uncle Bob as well.
I'm not.
Well, really, Bob Murphy is always your uncle, spiritually, Chris.
That's true.
Mine's actually Dan.
I'm really stuck in the Parliament of England. I don't know if I can get out of this.
Oh no. It is a trap. I'll tell you that for free.
How are you guys both going?
I'm on
gonna go back.
Australia. I'm
gonna
on
go
the
back.
page.
All right, I'm back at Texas Tommy.
Oh, good.
Now that I've told you my working, Cass, Jess is
I wasn't
wasting its
listening.
time.
You're still going to beat me there, and I'm on the page for fucking Australia. As if lockdowns is a hyperlink on here.
Oh God, triggering.
Yeah, no, sorry. Warning, trigger warning.
Trigger.
And I said Dan earlier. People are going to be having a real bad
No,
time.
Great. We're associated with Dan Andrews forever. Stupid work football podcast.
Okay. I'm almost there.
Yeah.
It's damn near killed me, but I'm on sport in Australia. The end is near.
The end is near.
Unfortunately, I can't read fast enough.
Yeah, I'm just scrolling and looking at all the blue things that I could possibly click.
Listeners, did you do better than Cass and Jess? Let us know in the comments.
Melbourne Cricket Ground. Oh no, that's a picture. What was mine again?
Oh, I'm really
Why am I in
struggling.
Melbourne?
Andrew Brayshaw.
Oh no. I should get back.
I gotta go back. Gotta go back. Oh no!
Why am I in Melbourne? I'm not meant
Jess
to be in
made it to
Melbourne.
Australia and still hasn't made it to Australian rules football.
Stop! This takes a lot of time, and I've got tendinitis. Give me a break.
Can I finish now? No,
you
keep going.
You guys tapping out.
I'm tapping out. That's too hard. I'll keep doing it, but it's
Keep
too
doing
hard.
it as we wrap up the show.
Okay.
Well, since Cass has tapped out,
I did it. I did it.
Jess-
I did it. I did it.
Okay, I lost.
I did it. I'm here. I'm on the Melbourne Football Club page. I just got to
No,
find my
that's not
score.
doing it.
Oh,
I did it. I made it to the home straight. Congratulations, Chris. You were the winner of this 5th quarter.
Yay.
How'd you feel? Did that go well? Did that work for an audience?
I love that I
Audio
was the
medium?
most excited to play, and Chris had never heard the rules before. And
Yeah,
I'm still
that's about
scrolling through. I'm still in Melbourne, and I need to get to WA.
It's interesting. Hey, listeners, you can play that one at home. You should start on Texas Tommy and get to your football club's captain. Well done, Jess. 2nd place. And as Cass desperately scrolls to find Andrew Brayshaw, we can wrap this one up and say thank you for listening to another episode of the Falcon, a Footy podcast. Make sure you follow us on our socials at Falcon Footy Pod on Instagram and X is where you can find us. You can also find us on your podcast platform of choice. And hey, make sure you jump in the little blah blahs and you give us 5 stars and you leave us a review and you say, hey, these guys are real good. I like having them in my brain. They're definitely better than some of the other podcasts I've listened to, but not as good as the other ones because we're your second podcast. Which I think Cass was pushing
I
for
coined
our,
that term, yeah.
Yeah, Cass has been pushing for that to be our term for a while now. And I think maybe we should just make it our brand identity. Individually, you can find us. Chris, where can people find you?
At Lowry_16.
And Jess?
at Swanky Jess with 2 Y's.
Cass?
I'm at Cass Vag.
And you can find me at QuantumJC or over at the Footy Mailbag. Make sure you jump in the comments on Spotify as well and talk to our favourite listener, Grace, who is the closest she's come to a podcast appearance today by telling us which mascot she would Lobb-Jobb. Sorry, Grace. We'll see you next week, listeners, for the big freeze.
Get your beanies.
Yeah, make sure you get your beanies. We love you. Be good.
Goodbye. I got there. Andrew Brayshaw. The entire team at the Falcon Footy Pod would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians and cultures of the lands and seas on which we live and record this podcast. We pay our respects to all First Nations peoples, elders and ancestors and thank them for their continued connection and contribution to this country's national game.